I'm Allison, author of Go Girl Guides India and president of Sodha Travel. Join me as I travel to the high desert of Ladakh, India to spot the world's most elusive big cat, the snow leopard. My journey started in Delhi, where I hopped on a short but incredibly scenic flight to Leh, the capital of Ladakh. Extending from the Himalayan to the Kunlun Ranges, Ladakh is a union territory and the highest plateau in India. Leh, the joint capital, sits at 11,500 feet. Because of the mountain winds, all flights operate in the morning and security is highly restricted with Indian Army patrols. Leh is the gateway to disputed areas of the border with China and Pakistan, so military presence is high. However, as a foreigner and a solo female traveler, I always felt very safe exploring the region. Commonly called Little Tibet and historically a Buddhist kingdom, Ladakh was strategically placed at the crossroads of several trading routes, including the Silk Road. International trade decreased significantly after China closed the borders between Tibet and Ladakh in the 60s, prompting the Indian government to encourage tourism. As one of the most sparsely populated regions in India, Ladakh is a popular destination to explore the road less traveled, including trekking, river rafting, camping, and expeditions. Adventure enthusiasts also flock here for motorcycle tours on the world's highest motorable roads. Located just 35 kilometers from Leh, Sangam marks the confluence of the Indus and Zanskar rivers and offers the world's highest river rafting. Or you can just grab a cup of chai and enjoy the views of the multicolored churning waters in the high desert. Back in Leh, I arrived at my hotel, the Grand Dragon. Because of the elevation, I was not allowed to participate in any activities the first day. Instead, I was welcomed to my room with smelling salts, multiple bottles of water, and these views. The Grand Dragon was the first luxury hotel in Leh and features traditional Ladakhi elements, including pine wood carvings and painted dragons. The lobby and corridors resemble an art gallery, with paintings by Ghulam Mustafa, considered the first modern artist of Ladakh. Rooms are spacious and Wi-Fi is fast, allowing me to rest comfortably and get caught up on work as I acclimate. Especially considering the remote location, the menu was expansive and really fresh. I highly recommend the momos and the chicken tupka or noodle soup. The next couple days were spent leisurely exploring Leh and nearby monasteries, including Tikse. With an exterior that resembles the Patola Palace in Lhasa, Tikse is a Gompa, or Tibetan monastery, that also houses one of the only progressive nunneries in the region. The main feature is a 2-story stucco statue of Maitreya Buddha seated on a lotus. The complex also has eclectic Buddhist art and artifacts, including swords and paintings. If possible, try and arrive before 7 a.m. to observe the monks gathered in the assembly hall for morning prayer. I also visited the Leh markets, searching for apricot jam. A popular spot for locals, Main Bazaar Road is lined with restaurants and small shops selling pashmina shawls, Tibetan handicrafts, silver jewelry, and Buddhist ritual items. Remember that bargaining is encouraged in the markets, but please refrain at government-operated craft emporiums. For more inspiration on where to stay, shop, explore, and eat in Leh, check out my book, Go Girl Guides India. A few days later, it was time to track the big cats, so I met my driver for the easy 1-hour trip to Hemis National Park. I was headed to LUNGMAR, a luxury snow leopard camp. In India, the snow leopard's geographical range encompasses a large part of the western Himalayas, including the Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Hemis National Park is believed to have the highest density of snow leopards in any protected area in the world. This is a notable accomplishment, as the ghost of the mountains was once considered a threat to livestock and consequently hunted by the villagers. Now, through educational and financial initiatives, the locals are an important part of spotting and protecting the vulnerable cats. The efforts were piloted by LUNGMAR's team of highly awarded veteran trackers and guides, including famed conservationists Dorje Stanzen and Abdul Rashid. We often share how India is several countries within a country. Its vast and diverse geographic landscape includes regions like Ladakh, high deserts that are nestled between mountain ranges. India is truly more than the Taj, forts, palaces, tigers, yoga, Ayurveda, and sacred spaces. Travelers can also track the elusive snow leopard. Now, there are 12 countries in the world to spot the snow leopard, but Ladakh, India, is actually one of the most accessible. Other destinations require either more advanced trekking or multiple days of driving from larger cities. I just arrived at my lodge, LUNGMAR, and the other guests have had multiple sightings the past few days, so I'm hoping for the same luck later this afternoon. Lhumar, or Red Valley in Ladakhi, is designed to conserve critical habitats while celebrating the local culture. Although most of Ladakh is inaccessible during the winter months, the camp operates snow leopard expeditions from November until March. They are also open for summer activities from April until October. The luxury camp is the first of its kind in High Asia, a fusion of exclusivity and rugged adventure. The Sumdo Sarai houses the dining room and lounge with a small library and daydream-worthy views of the surrounding landscapes. All meals are included during the stay and served family style. All the suites feature beautifully appointed Tibetan-inspired furniture and attached bathrooms with 24/7 hot water. This was my cozy and warm suite, designed for a solo traveler with a single bed and oversized accent chair. There are no TVs, phones, or Wi-Fi at LUNGMAR, as technology is temporarily replaced with conversations and stargazing. Both the suites and luxury tents are centrally heated. The tents are designed for a refined glamping experience with high-tech custom insulation. Guests staying in the tents use the nearby hammam, a modern interpretation of a Turkish bath with 3 full bathrooms and a small sauna. After lunch, I hopped in the 4x4 Jeep for a short ride up the valley with Rashid. He took me to a small stupa at a scenic viewpoint that felt so remote. It was a harrowing ride with steep climbs, but Rashid was a pro, both at driving and storytelling. Let's check it out. After meeting the group, the expert spotters led us to a trailhead with a short but steep climb where we would slowly watch the sun dip behind the peaks. Videos will not do justice, but I am going to try my best to capture it. As we waited with anticipation, I chatted with Brad Josephs, a naturalist interpreter who leads global wildlife expeditions. I also asked the LUNGMAR team about how to best prepare for this experience.
To visit this region, first of all, they should know how this region is, about altitude sickness, how high is, because and also the equipment, because most of the time what they do, they forget to bring some cloth gear, which is very hard for them to get here. We try to provide them whatever we have, but since they should be prepared by themselves.
We all remained vigilant and continued to scan the red hills for activity. After some time, one of the spotters jumped. There it is. I will admit that I was not expecting to become so emotional. However, as I peered into the binoculars and saw the big cat walking across the russet-tinted hill, tears started streaming down my face. It was pure magic. What made the moment even more beautiful was the response from one of the guides. Noticing my gentle sobs, she explained that the emotion was likely from the connection I was making with a new species. Animals and humans, like every living being on the planet, are interrelated. And as it was my first time spotting a snow leopard in the wild, my tears were the result of a sentient bond. What a profound sentiment. For the next hour, we took turns marveling at the ghost of the mountain sitting in the fading sunlight. We were even lucky enough to spot a second leopard walking along the crest of an adjacent hill. What a sacred experience and an important reminder of our interconnectedness. A special thank you to Bonnie Forrest, another LUNGMAR guest, for sharing these incredible videos of the sightings. Have you spotted a snow leopard in the wild? Share your experience in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more destination inspiration.